massive update for Elestrals Clash, and we're gonna break down everything you need to know about our beta, updated timelines, and much, much more. Let's dive in. I want to give a big shout outs to all of the Elestrals casters out there who have been enjoying the Elestrals Clash beta. We've made some massive strides since we launched alpha, and we fixed a handful of bugs that were causing some less than desirable experiences at the initial launch of beta. Resting on your laurels, I am looking at you, causing a lot of crashes, but those problems have been solved. We've had a nice, smooth gameplay experience since then, so I hope you've had a chance to hop on and grab some games. And I'm going to be talking today a little bit about some of the updates that are coming to Clash, and I want to kind of set some new expectations in terms of timelines and plans moving forward for the development of Elestrals Clash. So first things first, something super exciting is we're going to be adding ranked gameplay to Clash effective today, Thursday the 5th, assuming nothing goes really wrong. It should be up by the time this video goes up, but the Pixelboard team, Pavel and myself, have decided that now is a great time for us to test some of our rank systems, get you guys involved there, having fun playing against each other, and have kind of the new ranking leaderboard to explore. And ultimately, of course, all the rankings will reset and stuff after the beta period, but you'll have an opportunity to have some fun and get some games in. So you're going to notice that the ranked mode will be live, and then there's going to be the custom game mode, and that's how you'll be able to play your clashes for now. I don't know about y'all, but this is one of the things that I've looked forward to the most when we kind of went down this adventure to start Clash, is ranked, because I just love being competitive and I love playing against people, and I think having a ranked leaderboard is going to be a wonderful thing. I know a lot of you guys are eager about your Clash fulfillment for your rewards. I know there's a ton of uncut sheets and promo cards, and I really want those promo cards myself, booster boxes, everything else in between. Our plan is still for fulfillment in March. That was kind of the plan all along. We're waiting on our fulfillment team to verify inventory of all the products actually being in Texas at this point. We think we're good. I think everything is there, but we just need them to verify that it's all arrived. And once we get that all sorted, we're going to start queuing up those orders and sending that out. So if you need to update your address, you're going to want to go on Kickstarter, make sure you send an update there. Or if you've changed your address, you can email us at support@elestrals.com and make sure we have your address updated. As again, we anticipate shipping out those Kickstarter rewards over the next few weeks. I believe it's all gonna be shipped out in March. Just hang with us in case there's a bump along the way, but everything looks good so far. Now I want to shift gears to discussing timelines for Elestrals Clash. Obviously, we released our alpha, and we were a little delayed on that, and then we released our beta, and we were a little delayed on that, and obviously, I think people have kind of identified at this point that we're a little bit behind our initial schedule, and by a little bit, I mean quite a bit, if we're being completely honest here. Our initial goal was to launch the full client in March with iOS and Android, have all of the features in the game, and have the full launch at this point in time by the end of March, but it has been very clear that that's not going to be the case at this point, and I'll try to do my best to explain kind of what happened to lead to this point and what we're going to do moving forward, because there's a lot of really great things that we're going to be doing to continue to enhance the experience for players in Clash. The first thing I want to emphasize is we are not going to be rushing things. I know that there's a hustle to get this out, and I want this to be out because I think it's going to be a great thing for the game of Elestrals, but you guys deserve a phenomenal game and a phenomenal experience, and I want to make sure we can deliver that, and we are committed to doing just that. So a couple things I want to mention. One, we're hiring a new member for the team for QA. So we are bringing out a new member for quality assurance. The Pixelborn team is adding a new member to their team to enhance our processes to ensure that we're able to find some of these bugs a little faster and able to work a little swiftly there. We're going to also be adding a new developer, which is going to be helping in terms of adding new card effects into the game and speeding along the process there, so that way we can get these cards all up to speed with the current metagame and the current gameplay state that we're at right now. So ultimately, again, we're going to be focused on speeding things up and adding in new personnel to help us get there a little faster. But the reality of it is Elestrals has proven to be more complex than I think the teams had initially anticipated in terms of the variety of effects and things that they do. And as a result of that, some cards can take anywhere from a day to 2 or 3 days to program into the game. And as a result of that, it's going to take us a lot longer than we initially anticipated to get every single card into the game. That is still our plan. We are still pushing forward. We're still going to get every single card in the game and get caught up to wherever the physical game is at that time, and then continue to add new sets. But it's just taking a little longer to get caught up because we have this library of a couple hundred cards getting started here, and obviously once we get caught up, then it becomes a lot more manageable. So they're going to continue to add cards into the game. You're going to see updates every week or bi-weekly that are going to add new cards into the game. Over the next 3 months, we're going to be shifting our focus in beta to adding all of the different things into the game, like the Pandora's box, like the card skins, like all the fun stuff that everyone's excited about, all these really cool bells and whistles and features that we promised and through the Kickstarter, we're going to utilize the next few months to establish those things into the game, get ranked mode into the game, get quests and various achievements and all that stuff, right? So that way we can make sure all the systems work the way we want, it's the experience everyone wants, and we can all have a good time. From there, we're going to be launching Elestrals Clash in early access, and what that means is that you're going to be able to essentially play the full version of the game with all of the features added, and at that point we're not going to be wiping accounts anymore, and people are going to be able to get involved in early access. We've seen tons of titles from big companies and other games launch on early access as an opportunity to provide kind of what the end goal experience is, but just without all of the content. And the content that's going to be missing is all of the cards. So we're not going to have all of the cards in when we launch in early access, but the goal is to have all of the features in the game. So that way you have really the full experience, but with a smaller card pool. I'm going to be working with my teams and the Pixelborn team to prioritize the cards that are most meta relevant at the current time in the game. It's going to, again, take us a little while to get caught up, but we are going to be focusing on the cards that are the most played cards to get you guys to the closest possible experience to what the metagame actually is and allow you to build the best decks in the game with ease and have as much fun as close to the physical card game as we can. Again, it's going to take us a little while to get there, but that's going to be the priority. We're going to prioritize the cards that are most played. So we have the data from our premier events, we have the data from these different tournaments that we run, and we can identify, okay, you know, these 200 cards are the most played cards out of the 350 that are in the game right now. We can prioritize making sure that we get those 200 in first, and a card like Gadabolt, for example, that, you know, may otherwise not see a ton of play, we can kind of push that to the back burner of the list. Again, trying to get you guys to the closest experience to the physical game as possible, as soon as possible. So as I mentioned, early access, we're anticipating that to be in approximately 3 months. It's going to come with Pandora's box, quests, achievements, ranked gameplay, cosmetics, and much, much more. The primary difference is we're just not going to be caught up on the card catalog. So the big question is, when will Elestrals be caught up on the full card catalog? And the answer is, our goal is to make sure that happens and do our best to deliver that in 2025. Unfortunately, I don't have any more specifics related to that because as we work towards catching up on the previous sets and Moonrise, we obviously are now announcing Firestorm, and that's going to be coming out in May, so we got to catch up to that. And obviously there's going to be a set later this year, right? So it's going to be a little bit of a catch-up game right now, but I believe that by bringing in another developer, bringing in more QA, and, you know, getting some of these other features into the game, we can put ourselves in a situation where you guys can enjoy Clash in an epic way. We're going to be able to branch it out to more people in the next few months to allow more people to experience Clash and the free-to-play aspects of Clash that we plan to provide. And we're going to prioritize the cards that are most played, and we're going to get those into the game, and we're going to work very hard to try to get you guys the closest experience we can to the physical card game right now as a great supplement, tutorial, and onboarding experience for new players into Elestrals and veteran players alike. I think Elestrals Clash just needs a little bit more time in the oven. I really want to make sure we nail this. While it's sad that we're going to be delaying things, and I do apologize for that, I think it's going to be the best thing moving forward for Elestrals as opposed to trying to rush out a product that is not going to meet the expectations of what you truthfully deserve. So I appreciate everyone's support in this. Again, if you're a beta backer, you know, not a whole lot changes. You're still going to be able to play and do all those things. We're going to open things up to early access so more people can get involved, and then eventually we're going to do our final launch, hopefully by the end of the year in 2025, which will include all of the cards caught up to the current state of the game. And then from there, it's going to be hopefully smooth sailing and we'll have a great experience. So I want to give my, you know, commitment and my dedication to doing whatever I can to make this awesome. I know Pavel and the Pixelborn team has been working endlessly to bring you guys something incredible, and I'm really optimistic about where we're going to go, especially from where we've come from, giving us a little bit more time to make sure we can get this right and give you guys the best experience at the end of the day is paramount at the top level of our priority. If you guys have any questions, feel free to use the comment section below to ask them, and I'll do my best to answer them. But again, I appreciate your patience in this process, and I'm excited to bring you guys Elestrals Clash and everything that everyone in this community deserves. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for emails on your fulfillment. They're coming soon, and I'll see you guys soon for more updates.